And welcome yet again. We have hit episode 50 of Half Hour Henshin. Six more, and we will have been doing this for a year.
Wait, what do you mean by six more? If it's episode 50, then that means just
For
two more.
Wait, is
52
it
weeks in a year,
52?
man.
Why do I think there's 56? 54. I'm okay.
Three, 356 days. That's probably what you're thinking of.
56. Yeah. No. Okay. Well, now everyone can see how stupid I am for the intro. As always, I am one of your hosts, Sleepy Witch, joined by.
DJ Azure, the 2.5D here, talking to her.
And I'm the one with 2.5 brain cells. Oof. Okay. Second to last episode of Geats.
Oh,
Honestly,
man.
it was intense, and I'm feeling kind of sad because it's like with that next week being like the final Geats. We started this podcast with Geats. It'll be our first like full transition from Rider. And since we started Dawn Bros midway, it'll be our full like, yeah, we were on a new Sentai and a new Rider.
Yeah. I mean, like, despite the fact that, we've had, different shows come in and out, but still, like, oh, man.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, so we're in Odaiba. It's like it's like every single time I see this stage, like this spot next to the Dream Bridge in Odaiba, I'm like, I was there.
I'm sure. And
Yeah,
unfortunately, as we were talking about last time, my deepest condolences. You are now a common writer.
it's so funny, just how that is. It's great.
It's funny. It's great. Um, the vibe of like I do like these like dummy writers who just have to fight amongst themselves for like happiness. The fact that they're basically been like, yeah, your life points are happiness points, and if you don't kill the others, you die.
Dude, it's so messed up, like what they did in this episode. Like, holy crap! Like in previous like they found a loophole around them just stopping the fight. They say, oh no, guess what? Nah, we don't like that. Boom. That was
Yeah, the game masters, because I thought it was really cute that they have the two like high school like sweethearts or whatever. They're both writers, and it's like I don't want to fight you, I don't want to fight you either, and they run away together just for the game master to show up and like insta blow them up.
yeah,
Um,
that oh my god, it's so messed up. And like
and
it's also kind of crazy too because like we do see a familiar mask throughout this episode.
Yep, the game master mask. But one of the big things, can we talk about how Kay was back to being a soba noodle salesman?
Yeah,
Uh,
he found a job.
he found a job,
He's not unemployed.
but then
He's
his
not unemployed.
and then his
Yeah.
boss is like, he finally has a job, and his sister's just like, is Kamen Rider even really a job?
Yeah, just roasting him. Poor Kayla, man.
Honestly. But yeah, I really like the force transformation for the riders. I like how like the Dark Samurai does the little henshin pose and kind of like force transforms everyone.
Yeah, and it's the Conrad Ichigo pose too, which is great.
Yeah, it's the original, which I find really nice. Like it's for going to the OG for them. Uh, oof.
Yeah, like and like it's really funny, like because like this is gonna be the second to last time that we see all the characters, so we kind of see them all kind of at peace, other than the fact that they have to go into these fights,
Yeah,
like to stop them. Like everyone's just like living their life now,
Yep.
and no,
Buffa
like
came to apologize to Tycoon and his sister, and uh, and now we've kind of seen him kind of be at peace. Tycoon has a job, his sister's back. Neon and her dad, and her, they finally have a family. Even Ace is kind of happy with how he is with Sumuri.
mhm.
I really like, because I didn't even think about it. I didn't notice all the little extra eyes on the Regal
On
suit.
the oh yeah, the Regard Mega Suit,
The
yeah.
Ricardo Mega Suit, and them all actually being like the guys watching was actually a really cool detail. I wasn't expecting all the eyes and stuff to light up and start fucking talking and stuff. That was great. Um, all the random people dying was devastating.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of dark stuff in this episode, mostly because of the force transformations.
Yep,
And like everyone just looks exhausted because they're like forced to fight, and
everyone's forced to
it's
fight. And when
yeah.
our writers come to save them because they're writers, they get stuck into the fight and people start ganging up on them. But they're also, trying not to fight so the game masters can get away. It's too many of them.
hmm
Poof.
And like obviously we see like Ace like use like Boost Mark II to like teleport to like stop snaps from happening so that they don't blow up. It's stressful.
Yep.
Like Yeah.
and it was just like he just barely managed to do it with like timeout for the last one. But it's stressful.
Mhm.
They're all struggling. They need help. I like the vibe of Neon going to her dad for help because he's got the conglomerate and can really like maybe do something about it.
Yeah. And
Um,
then what's really nice is the transition from that to a different family.
yep, the transition
Yeah.
of Ace and Sumuri in their house, and him being like, I mean, we're siblings, right? And then her being like, we're not siblings. But I guess it's not like we're just acquaintances either.
Yeah. And then of course, we see a certain red mask reappear, and it's like, you know,
I
it's it's
loved
it's,
it
it's
because
it's
I
pretty obvious,
yeah,
but
it's
yeah.
pretty obvious, but I also like I love how they cut it because before they cut it and it goes forward, you just see the like, he just says like, "Oh, welcome back." And I'm just like, "Oh, this is going to be like welcome back, father, isn't it? It's going to be like, welcome back, Tosan."
Yeah.
Uh
And then we see and then we come back, see the game restart again for the next day, and this time it's focusing on on Punk Jack, and yeah, we see Win, like, get beat down by one of the game masters, and then we see a game of Pikmin happen.
oh my god, yeah, the little flower Jamato are cool. I like how I think it was Samaru who commented like they're still kind of gross though.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I also really dig the vibes of like they stopped the game master's power by turning some of the audience against them, like not guaranteeing their safety, and I just love the like father daughter like intimidation.
Yeah, that was great, and like them just, taking their wine and just like saying, yeah, about this.
He can't guarantee your safety, but we can.
Hmm.
But
And
the big thing of the episode, the Geats 9 versus it's a Regard Omega transformation.
mhm.
And I mean, the fight was cool, but obviously the thing at the end, the reversing time, so he's de-transformed.
Yeah, it's crazy what happens in this part of the episode, because like Ace is like, it's a really crazy way of depowering pretty much one of the most overpowered riders as like
Yep.
in history.
But also,
Like,
it really makes a lot of sense, because he kept his will, he stayed human, and so he's still under the control of the game masters himself.
mhm.
And then the big thing, one, I do like that they show that it's not, because they're indoors, it's not rain, that they break the fucking sprinkler system, and that's why all the water is around them. And
Yeah.
we saw the hints of like Black Samuri coming to take over regular Samuri, and so when she shows up in the white outfit, he just lets her walk up
Yeah.
because that's at the end of the day, Ace has some sort of feelings for Samuri, like familiar feelings. That's why he made her his sister kind of vibe, and
Mhm.
her betrayal just kind of lets him stand still. Uh, and then he gets shot. We think
Yeah. Yeah, we just hear the gunshot,
we hear the
and
gunshot,
then
and then we oh my god! First of all, we got to talk about the quote unquote rule for next week. Just the never give up on making people happy with the black background and no music. Uh,
yeah, it's, oh my god, that was like, what a way to end an episode.
what a way to end the second to last episode specifically.
Yeah, like pretty much, and not only that, like almost like pretty much every single arc is pretty much like recognized in this. So it's like, it's not just, oh hey, you can just skip the middle of the show. No, you
Nope.
kind of need to have watched the entire show to, like, really appreciate this.
Yep. And then for the preview, we have people being like, we just have to keep wishing for it. And isn't that right, Ace? And we see all the other riders fighting, hopefully for the light. The last episode called Daybreak 1. Here comes the highlight. And then I love the fact that they do his coin flip with like an overlaid him over the sky. Like, oh no, is he really dead?
Yeah, yeah, and after that, and not only that, the fact that the episode is called Daybreak One, like, because the very first episode of the series is Daybreak F,
Yep.
and it's like, is this entire thing a time loop? Is that the reason why, like Boost Mark Two is a thing? Like, it's insane. Like
I'm not
the
sure.
theories you could come up with this.
I wouldn't say it'd be a time loop, but I feel like it definitely is a going back to the beginning. I think, oh my god, there's so much. I think this is going back to originally when we were watching, where I was like, I think the final game is going to be. I was saying that the final game is something that Ace isn't going to be able to win, and it's going to be like Tycoon
Mhm.
or someone who has to like win it for him, kind of. And that's vaguely coming
Maybe.
true. If he's not here, it's everyone else who wins the game believing in Ace.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
And
but it's also, but I mean, it's but the insane part too, though, is just the fact that like, if this is Daybreak 1, I mean, like, if Daybreak F is the first episode, like, I'm still like, remember how when the game like gets restarted, and Sumeru goes up to him and says, "Congratulations, you're a Kamen Rider," and he just straight up says, "Yes, I'm well aware." In
yep.
the first episode, it's like I'm rooting for the time loop theory.
I mean, it could be. We got to remember that he's lived past lives, and those past lives have been a writer, and he remembers all of them.
Hmm.
So him being a common writer is something that wouldn't come as a shock to him. I wonder
Hmm.
if we're gonna get something similar at the ending of this, like the ending of Dawn Brothers, where like Ace himself is reset and maybe everyone else remembers, but he doesn't. He maybe gets to live a normal life finally.
We will see. Yeah,
So
because yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
again,
I'm mostly just going off by the episode number, and it's like it's just so good.
yeah, yeah.
Oh man, yeah,
Oof.
yeah. Also, what's really funny about this episode? So, last weekend was Japan World Heroes, which is like basically a small kaiju and tokusatsu convention, near where I'm at, and my friends who were not caught up on Geats, were basically like shopping at this one booth, and like on like an iPad, they were playing the episode. I was like, "Don't look at that iPad. This episode came out last night."
Yeah.
I
Oh my
watched this
god.
at midnight. Like I basically again gotten off the con, and I basically had just watched the episode of Geats. But the point is, I mostly just wanted to bring this up about how Japan World Heroes was this weekend. I actually got to take pictures myself with Gakusano, who's Gaim, and I also got to take oh my, I'm just stumbling over my words all of a sudden. But yeah, like the big one was Gakusano, who is who's a Kamen Rider guy, and we all love him. But yeah, Yasuhiro Furuhara, who's Go on Red, was also there. Takeshi Yoshioka, who's Ultraman Gaia, was there. I took pictures with all three of them. It was pretty great. And I actually got to learn a lot, and I actually got to also meet Tsuyoshi Nanaka, who actually designed a lot of Toku toys. I believe like from Zoo Ranger to all the way to Go Sager, and he actually and even like worked on Kamen Rider Kuga all the way up to Double. So it's like I got to learn from this man about how Toku toys come to be. It was just really really cool.
No, that sounds
Like in
super
this weekend.
awesome. I'm so
Yeah.
jealous. I'm hoping when my when my apprenticeship finishes and I'm working more full time, I can start saving up money so when events like this happen, I can fly out. We can go to the pod together.
Yeah. Oh
Oh my
man. Yeah. It
god.
was it was great. Yeah. But
Once I have the space, I definitely want to invest in a 3D printer and start working on like suits.
yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, like it was honestly just a lot of fun. It was super chill because it was like a small convention, but like it was great. Like seeing panels uh for Kamen Rider Gaim, Go on Red, and Ultraman Gaia,
Yeah.
and yeah,
No, that sounds really
it
cool.
was great.
I
And after that, we
actually
were also yeah, go on.
No, I was gonna say my good experience, Tokusatsu related from last week is there's this other tattoo artist here in Houston who basically set up like an art meet kind of thing just to like make art and hang out. And I
Mhm.
actually met someone else over there who was into Tokusatsu. So I'm like, I made a friend who knows what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah,
So we were
yeah.
talking
That was
about
that.
Geats and stuff a bit.
Yeah. Oh man, it's always fun talking, especially like like with a lot of friends that you talk to.
Yep.
And like
I
it was
don't have
also
I don't have
was
many
it
Toku friends. I have like four now.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't really have Toku friends. I have friends I've converted into watching Toku.
That's
Yeah, and
fair.
it's really funny because like they are they are caught up on King Oger, but we're trying to get them to watch Blazer. And the funny thing is that Blazer this week was okay. Okay, I'm just gonna get it out of the way. You saw the clip that was trending on Twitter, right?
Which one specifically?
The one where it's like where Alien Kanan shoots him and he just takes off his shirt and he just is rippling
Oh
with
my
muscle.
god.
He
Yeah,
is
I
so
loved
ripped.
he's so ripped, and he's just, and my favorite thing is like he's supposed to be just like the little nerdy tech guy, and he takes off his shirt and
I
he's like
know.
blasted. I love that. That was so fucking funny. I
Yeah.
was
Did you
also gonna
also
say
hear?
we need to move on to Blazer because we're running out of time.
Oh,
Uh,
oh my God. Are we really running out of time
well,
already?
we're going over to like because I think we're gonna have a bunch to say about Oger as well. Uh,
Oh yeah, but yeah, no, yeah. Blazer was funny. Did you actually know that his actor though actually had set a new record for like a Ninja Warrior course mini
no,
like this weekend
but
as
with
well too.
but
So
with that
it's
body, I
so
can
funny.
believe it.
Yeah.
I wasn't
But
ready for him to take off the shirt and then just be like, "Holy shit!"
yeah, and the reason why is just because like the alien shoots him and is able to control inanimate objects and like says, "Oh yeah, they just want to be removed," and it's so funny. Like it's the weakest excuse to get him to take off a shirt.
No,
It's so
but it was
funny.
it was good. I like the joke that he made him take off the shirt so that he could make the bad pun about giving him the gold and black shirt, the black and gold shirt.
Yeah.
Like
Uh.
it was really dumb. I really liked it.
Yeah. We also got
I
to see Earth Garen, but it was great though because like it was super cute because like he has a bond with Earth Garen. So even though Earth Garen was under the villain's control this week, he was able to connect with it and be saved.
I
It
love
was it
that.
was
That was very
yeah,
cute. I love
yeah.
this little alien design. He looks very funky, and I really dig it. I
Oh,
like that.
apparently it's from 55 years ago. Actually, it's from Ultra Seven. It was
Nice.
actually a villain in Ultra Seven.
Well, that was cool. I again really enjoyed this. I enjoyed that we had like again the fact that Erf Garen has like customizable eyes, and so we had like
Yeah,
their evil red eyes, but also kind of like the little bug pattern, like kind of Geats and some of the common writers have in their eyes as well, because he's being controlled by this little bug-eyed guy.
yeah.
Um,
And
Erf
then like
Garen
we
versus
also.
Ultraman. That was such a cool fight. First of all,
It was such a cool fight because he didn't want because Ultraman didn't want to hurt Earth Garen. Like Earth Garen was just being controlled, so he was just trying his hardest to just stop him from moving.
right?
Like
But also, it
like
ends up just being a cool fight because they do it kind of like half underwater because they're standing on like the edge of the lake or whatever or the bay, and so just watching them splash around in the suits was really cool. Really gave it a sense of scale. But also just seeing that these suits are at least tough enough that they can be like weather resistant at least a bit, and watching them like 1v1 was very cool.
we also got to see Captain like not know how to talk to people. It was, oh my
Him
god,
being
it was
really
great.
awkward was really nice. A thing that I really enjoyed is that this was like an episode where everyone had been overworking someone, and
Yeah.
at the end, the boss was kind of like, "Yeah, we need to stop him from overworking himself." I feel like every once in a while, especially Japanese shows will ever end up leaning into like, "Oh no, you should be fine with overworking yourself." You know what I mean? I
Mhm.
had a feeling at the beginning because he's like so excited about working, and then the vibe is that like, oh, machines have negative emotions, blah blah blah. I thought that like by the end of the episode, he was gonna be like, look, working towards stuff makes you happy, kind of thing, and I was gonna be like, ugh, again. But the episode took a really sweet turn. And that it didn't come to that, and I like the vibe that his boss is the one who immediately notices he's overworking himself and immediately like tries to rectify that.
Yeah, yeah, it's great how we saw that, and then I guess the last thing we can just talk about is how Blazer stopped Alien Kanan from escaping.
He just fucking cuts him in half.
No, no, not just that. It's the way he does it. It's like he can't just throw the spear. No, he had to twist himself like he's freaking Monkey D.
Oh
Luffy.
yeah, I love that. That was cool. It's adding that little extra bit of CG to make things kind of wild, but still keeping things tokusatsu. Also, just talking about shots, I really liked the shots they got and how they did the like car sequence chase with Earth Garen.
Mhm.
They composited
Yeah,
all that stuff really well, and then just with the sense of scale with him
yeah,
picking up, like the little baby
yeah,
truck and then switching back to like
yeah,
the real truck van. All of that
yeah.
stuff, really cool. Again, really cool seeing we get our practical effects fix from Ultraman.
Yeah. What's also great about that too is that like we actually get to see Taguchi's directory as directing, where he's able to like give a real sense of scale with like like with small people and still including the suits in some way and having the suits interact with the small people essentially.
Yep.
It's so
I
good.
also really like the different vibes we've gotten from all his different Blazer transformations. So I like this one that it was basically like a POV where we just see the arms ourselves, almost like we're transforming. And then I love the
Yeah.
transformation straight into uppercut as he turns big.
Yeah. That
Uh,
was great.
that was super sick. Again, I mean, I
Uh
talked about it before. I really like this specific Ultraman transformation. The colors and just the vibe are pretty cool.
yeah.
And just again, him coming instantly into like uppercut, turnaround, straight into the water. Super sick. Overall, really cool episode of Blazer. The next one we see, he's gonna reunite with Genta's gonna reunite with his former teacher, and we're getting like a first like part 1 episode.
Oh, I didn't see the episode title, but
The
yeah, I
episode
can't
title
wait.
was like Rainbow something. It's like Rainbows Part 1 because I guess the thing is like
Mm,
the kaiju shows up when a bunch of rainbows show up, or that seems to be
okay,
the
okay.
vibe.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Whew.
King Osier.
Yeah. Yeah, talking about two-part episodes essentially. We're getting like a two-part midquel, like a two-part mid-season finale essentially with this, and this first season where we have the greatest Zoom call ever.
It exactly. Also, I can't believe that I'm so stupid. I've been like, Jeremy doesn't have a kingdom, and then I found out last episode we found out that he's technically part of like the Narok bloodline, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna rule the Bug Narok. Duh. But it had to be spelled out to me this episode. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
I was like, that was really cool. I like his fight with his little like I don't remember if he was like a shrimp or like his little invisibility guy.
Yeah. Oh
Um
man, I love that because he's the one that actually just straight up says, "Hey, you need to." It's like you need to
stop
be a
being it.
king.
Yeah, you need to stop
Yeah,
being naive. You need to take responsibility. You will have everything except the will. And he
yeah.
becomes like his first subject, and all of that stuff was really cute. I like how he basically came out to fight with Bugnarok. Um, I don't know. It was really really cute.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, and after that, but the thing is, though, is that the important thing is that his weapon was glowing when he touched it. So it's like it's like you're my retainer now. And then we see everyone else recruiting their retainers in different ways. Like it's great. Like Yanma's is obviously the best.
I loved the fact that Yama's just like, all right, the sword's on the ground, you guys fight for it, and I love that his retainer wins the fight.
Yeah,
And at
but
the end,
he still has more retainers. Yeah,
yeah, and at the end, it's the boys squad who comes with them,
yeah,
and I love
exactly.
and I love how his main guy was like, it's the first time Yama's letting us fight with him, and then all of them are like, you weren't supposed to say it. They start crying.
Yeah, it's adorable,
It's
and
adorable.
yeah, and then obviously like it's a very very proper like very regal version for Ishibana and Himeno.
Oh my god, the
Like
one for Dabowski was so good that like, I've always, dirtied my hands and I, rolled around in the mud for my people, but just this once, can you hold this muddied hand so that we may fight together? Like, oof, I love Dabowski so much.
yeah,
I
it was
love
so
like I
good.
love tricksters like with a heart of gold, and Dabowski's
Mhm,
lies are always, since it's always like in service of protecting his people and stuff. I can't
mhm.
help but like him. Uh
Yeah. And then Suzume is even like just it's like was like so confident that she was gonna be one too. She's like, let me hold that too. Doesn't even hesitate. Like say it's like I'm joining you whether you like it or not. Essentially.
Yep. And I like
And
how he's at the very least like confident enough in his sister that he didn't
Mhm.
like try to stop her or whatever. It was like a just straight up she held it, and we didn't have to deal with like him crying or whatever, or being like, "Oh
Yeah.
no, my sister can't fight." Um
Oh man. And then we get like the sweetest episode, like the sweetest part of this episode. Well, actually no, second sweetest because Boon's later on. But I really want to talk about
I know. I
obviously
was like, the
Morphonia.
Rita scene, I knew that was going to be like
Like Morphonia was so good. Number one, they start with Mofun asking to hold the sword. It's
also
like
I like that she set up a bunch of the little Mofuns just to like here is your audience. I was wondering about this because realistically, like other than Morphonia and her, like everyone else in Gokun is like criminals. So like I was like, who
Yeah,
else would it be? Though I
yeah,
had thought that maybe they could get the dad slash the king who left if they
hmm
could find him, but
yeah,
obviously he's still
but
gone. No,
yeah.
Morphonia, and I love that when Morphonia is like chosen, Rita screams.
Yeah, and then after that, of course, like she's basically like, of course, Morphonia is just basically like, is like, oh man, I have to do more work now, don't I?
Yeah,
But like,
basically. But the
yeah,
Rita
and then
wall
we get the
slam though.
Commodore. Yes, the Commodore.
Commodore was so good.
Yeah, and it's like I'm not asking you as a king, I'm asking you as a friend. I'm like, ah,
Yep, and then it's like it's not for work, it's not fair, but I want you to fight with me. And then they hug her, and it's like, we'll be together forever. And I'm just like, this is very cute.
yeah, and
Nothing
then like,
Nothing is, in my opinion, as cute though as what's his face coming over to be like, hey, or Duga coming over like, hey, let me touch the sword, and Kira being like, nope, nope, don't fucking touch it, don't touch it.
yeah, no, but it's so in character for him, like to not want anyone else to be hurt. Like it's so in character.
It's so
It's also
character.
because, yeah, and also it's like I think he was also like aware that he was gonna have to ask Boone.
Yep.
I think yeah, it's like he obviously knew he was gonna have to ask him, and it's like he was like, it's like no, I don't want to put them in danger,
And especially
but it's
because
like,
again, Boone is like a baby. Boone is like 8 years old.
yeah, and like it's great too because like 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 Yanma says no, it's like we only have a 50-50 shot if you
If we
if you
don't
do
have it.
yeah, and then like it's like, but at the same time it got Kira to actually like go off and like just realize, okay, we're doing it's like we're
Also,
doing this
I'm gonna be
because we're going
real.
to succeed.
I thought Giro was actually gonna deck Yanma. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
we got a really cool big ass transformation. We got the big zoom call. I liked seeing how everyone got to have their own little like shoe god. Like we got like the zoom in as they transform too. I like
yeah,
I like that Boone is Ant. He's just a little guy.
yeah, and not only that, it's the fact that Boone, like, okay, so number one, we see God King Odr, and they're all saying like this oath to protect Terra, and it's so good.
It's great. I love how it was like an oath. First, it was like an oath from like we will basically pledge ourselves to our king, and then the king's pledge of like it was never in question that we would protect you, for our
Yeah,
guardians deities give us the power to do this and to return. We are one and the same. We are equal but greater together. The whole vibe was super cool. They get
yeah.
out of there right in the nick of time, and then they get to do the big fight. And
Yeah, and not only that, everyone like gets a show off in this, and of course the last bit of it is like it's just so nice how like it's like everyone go on Boone's timing, and I'm like, ah,
it
that's
was
so
cute. He was
cute.
because he like charged through. He like basically used Ant to like charge up from like everyone's power, and then like that went
Mhm.
together. The only thing that I think would have been like really cool would have been if when they transformed into like their main suits, if everyone got like a almost like a baby suit or something. If they got like something, you know what I mean?
Kind of, but at the same time, I mean, I'm not sure what else they could have done, but like maybe like yeah, have given them a uniform, but at the same time, like even within each kingdom, they don't really have a real uniform, which is why it works, because like it's obviously like you're my subjects, you're not like subordinate to us, you're
Yep.
with us.
But
Yes.
anyway, we got to see a really cool fight. Boone finishes it off, and then we get basically the setup for the next episode. We've got like the final fight with Bugnarok. And next time on Royal Sentai King Oger, Jeremy wants to become the king of Bugnarok, and once he becomes the king of Bugnarok, he wants to become the Six Nation, the real king of the in between. And really excited. I like the fact that it looks like at the end of like the preview, Gira's picking up something that looks like a little tarantula, but instead of being white, it's black. So maybe we're
Mm.
gonna get like either an upgrade to tarantula as a like a suit, or we're gonna get like a second tarantula.
Yeah, there's a lot to also talk about that, but it's great though that like it kind of ends with like I guess all five of them like recognizing Bugnarok as a country. But like it's really great how we know this how this is like a mid-season finale because of some stuff that was revealed on the website. And
What was revealed on the website? I'm never caught up on the website.
2-year time skip after this next episode, it looks like.
Oh.
And I'm not going to say much more than that because I think we're 1-2 minutes over now, or I don't know.
We're right on time still, so we're not over. We are right.
Oh my God.
We are right at 30 minutes, but 2 years time skip is intense.
Yeah, and
very exciting.
Everyone,
I
they
also
have new
like
looks.
how it looks like, Death Narok ends up being like the prelude villain like we talked about, and we're maybe gonna get into the Fury of the Gods now, hopefully.
From what I saw on the website, it might not be that, but let's just say that there's not just 6 kings.
Okay, well,
from what we know, and if you see the poster and you see their new looks, it's pretty obvious of what's next.
oh no. Okay, well,
It looks.
I'm gonna look
like
at the poster literally as soon as we're done recording. Thank you, as always, guys, for listening. It's always a blast. Soon, we will have been doing this for a year, which sounds insane. Thank you so much for everything, for being here. Thank you, Azure, for doing this with me every week.
It's great. I love it.
And with that, we will see you next time. Later. This program is brought to you by
Our unending love of tokusatsu.
If you enjoyed the show, please be sure to like and subscribe.
And hit the bell for notifications. And if you would like to support us further, consider becoming a patron at our Patreon, Half Hour Henshin.
You can get some exclusive benefits, such as your name in the credits and joining our sticker club. Or, if you want to help with a one-time donation,
you can also find us at Ko-fi at Half Hour Henshin. You can email us with any questions or theories at halfhourhenshin@gmail.com or on Twitter at halfhourhenshin.